LIBERTAIRE is about the woman who nobody wanted and the two men that will fight for her. One to create her and the other to give her a home. It's the story of August Bartholdi, Joe Pulitzer, and Lady Liberty.
So we had a number of really great scripts this year, and LIBERTAIRE was one of them, and the pitch was fantastic. And the jury members and the audience as a whole were comprised of industry, filmmakers and other screenwriters, and everyone felt that it was a terrific story, very original, and were kind of like pinching themselves saying, why has this story not been told?
I kind of wanted to hear more when I was listening to the story. I don't know, it's a story I'm interested in hearing. It's a movie I'd want to go to.
Is relevant to immigration and how we think about things, but it's also an important part of history that people tend to not know about.
I have never thought about why we have a Statue of Liberty, why it's a female, and I think the beginnings of this today in this reading just gave us enough to make us want more, and I think we need to see that film.
There was a lot of humor. The audience had a great time. They really reacted quite positively, and I think the actors themselves also had a lot of fun with this script. It really has almost every human emotion that you might want in this, and the idea of being rejected when you have an original idea, I think that's a theme that plays quite strongly in this script, and I think it really echoes through time to the present day. I think we have exactly the same kind of issue and problem in recognizing something that is artistically innovative.
When Elizabeth brought this screenplay to our attention and then was willing to convert it into a play, it was just so exciting to us to be able to present this as a world premiere at our theater here in Tarpon Springs, because she's done so much in this city, from teaching to her artwork and everything, and now to bring a screenplay, turn into a play to our stage is phenomenal. The story itself, I know that there's a lot of Americans that don't even know the story of how the Statue of Liberty came to our shores, me included. I'm very excited that, we have this opportunity to bring this to the stage, and I know it's going to be a fabulous success, and we're excited for opening night. Tarpon Arts is all about bringing the communities surrounding us to the theater to experience wonderful new opportunities, something that's different and exciting.
We're supporting the arts here in Tarpon Springs. Actually, this is one of the elements that makes Tarpon Springs to be so unique. We are very excited to have this play here, which is tied into the immigrants, and so it fits right to Tarpon Springs because our population are immigrants from Greece.
I read the script last year. It is a beautifully written script. It is about the creation of the Statue of Liberty and how the statue was transferred from Paris to New York. Through this story, Elizabeth touches upon a very important issue, the formation of the modern democracy. This issue is resonated quite strongly with us Greeks because the formation of modern democracy, the French Revolution and then the American Revolution were heavily influenced by the ancient Greek democracy. And at the same time, they were a source of inspiration for our revolution in 1821, which resulted in the creation of the modern Greek state. So it is this history of democracy throughout the ages, from the ancient times to France, to the United States, the formation of the modern notion of democracy. This play gives us the opportunity to think about these big ideas, these very interesting historical periods, and draw some lessons for the future as well.
But why always generals and monuments to war? We are blinded by our Napoleons. Why must we keep immortalizing them as statues?
You mock my general, yet invite me to your home?
You misunderstand, s'il vous plaît. I don't mock you. I merely maintain that if we're going to build a statue to celebrate the highest of ideals, it shouldn't be a general.
And why not?
Because a general does not speak and does not call to the higher angels of our nature. Why not a woman?
I'm Dina Levengood, and I'm the healthcare chair for the League of Women Voters of Hillsborough County, and we're holding a huddle and bringing together women from 3 leagues, all from Pinellas County and Hillsborough County. We have the North Pinellas League, we have the St. Pete Area League, and we have Hillsborough County League. And we're bringing everybody together for a conversation about issues that we care about. I think LIBERTAIRE is a good way to use a kickoff, to bring people and community together over a play that's written by a wonderful woman who lives in our local area, who also is talking about the politics of that time and what it took to bring our symbol of freedom to the United States. I think LIBERTAIRE is a woman, and she had, the fact that she is a woman is pretty remarkable for that period of time. And a lot of the things that happened at that time, especially women were not especially treated well back then, that a woman is considered a symbol of freedom. And then now we look at today and people looking at America as the free country that everybody else wants to emulate. And sometimes our politics leads us to ask questions about whether or not we're still doing what we had set out to do.
When I first met Elizabeth Indiana, was a tremendous artist, screenwriter. And when we invited her to come speak on LIBERTAIRE, she did a presentation our ladies just absolutely loved hearing the true story of the Statue of Liberty.
This is bigger than just a play. It really is what the college stands for. It's a synergistic project that really encompasses the entire ecosystem of why St. Petersburg College, and in particular the Tarpon Springs campus, in highlighting a faculty member who has put something together and is willing to share this with everyone. The college was and still is in the process of creating what we call ecosystems. An ecosystem is where the college is really embedded in the community, projects, people, culture, things that are going on there. And when I had a faculty member who was creating a play, who teaches students, to me it was a no-brainer to see how we could pair up and create something just a little bit bigger. The play is heavily involved in the community. You have the city, you have our college, you have other communities, the Arts Center, all of these folks that are wrapping themselves around this, and it's happening. But how does the college do that? So what we're doing is we're working with student government. We're allowing students to have access to tickets. We're allowing the faculty members to have access to witness the rehearsals on campus. When the college gets involved with projects like this, it does amazing things for the growth of our students. It opens up and it broadens the horizons of our faculty. It brings the community together. It brings the college out from its location. It's all beautifully woven in this amazing project that we're doing. And as a campus and as a college, we stand for things like this. I'm very enthusiastic about the play because it's one of our faculty members. The other part of it is we have students in the play, and we also have community members that I know in the play.
You've laid the groundwork. You have the spark.
The spark, yes, but assurances? No, no assurances.
After many years of not being on the stage, this is a great opportunity for me to play Laboulaye, the French statesman. It has a real personal ring to me because I'm imagining all these foreign statesmen, especially for me, the Greek statesmen, who fought for their liberty and won it. And I think America was their model, and later for France also. So it's a real personal experience for me to be able to play a leader of that type of movement.
That liberty should have absolutely nothing to do with war.
We sit on a very diverse college and campus. And Tarpon's a little unique. We have the whole Greek culture here, but there's more to it than that. I think in this environment, in this day and age, I think it's good for our students to kind of see a little bit of history that allows them to hopefully pique some curiosity as to why they came to America or what brought their culture here and how this whole thing started. I think from the comment of the melting pot and us being a country that is inclusive of so many different races, of so many different people, I think the play is coming out at a perfect time. I think right now, I think it's important for people to see some of the roots of this country and allow us to broaden the way that we think a little bit.
The story just revealed a lot to me and felt like I needed to tell this story. And also my grandparents were immigrants and they came through Ellis Island and saw the Statue of Liberty escaping the Greek genocide. And there's a personal family motto that I've grown up with from my grandfather and father, and that is that the impossible just takes 15 minutes longer. So that kind of philosophy of never giving up is coded into my DNA. So one of the things that really moves me in a way is that I have to do the same journey. I've had to do the same journey that my characters did for 10 long years to make a vision happen. And so I'm suffering through the same resistance that they experienced, not suffering as much as really living and experiencing the obstacles that came up during this time frame in the 1870s have come up in my life. So how could I not do what my characters have done? How could I not go through that and really know what I'm talking about? So I'm very passionate about my characters and hope that I've done right by them.
It's going to be amazing, like anything else that Miss Indiana's created, and I'm really looking forward to it.
The play was absolutely poignant from the standpoint of considering politics today. I think that this play resonates today. Just as the material did in the late 19th century.
Yeah, I just came out of this fantastic production of LIBERTAIRE. Wonderful story. It was very visual and very cinematic, and it was just compelling. You just sat there totally absorbed.
It's very fitting for today's time. Like you say, history repeats itself, and it's very evident the story will always remain relevant.
To be an embodiment of a woman just in that time period, to have a statue of a woman back then when women couldn't even vote, I think it's really such a tremendous thing that I had never really thought about before.
The story, it just really made the whole time period come alive, and the story of Lady Liberty come alive.
You really get a sense of the men that struggled, men and women that struggled to make it happen was really important, and I thought the play brought it out very well.
The endings was fantastic. I really enjoyed the ending. It really was moving.
I liked the whole thing, and I'm amazed at the creativity that went into it. Elizabeth's versatility always amazes me. Well, it could become a classic, shall we say. It's a classic in the works.
It is an extraordinary story told in an extraordinarily compelling way.
You don't want to miss it. You need to see LIBERTAIRE. I think this is just the beginning.